Welcome to JC Engineering and Technical Drawing. Today we'll be presenting our isometric diagram into third angle projection. So the first thing we do is we'll represent our side view, our front view, and then our plan. So we'll be starting from our side view, this place. So we know the total height. First of all, while looking at it from our side, we check the total height of our isometric diagram. So from here you see this is 20 plus 60 plus 60, then this is plus the half of the cycle here, which is 30. That is to give me 170 millimeter. So I'll measure 170 millimeter from this line here to this point. It's 170 millimeter. Then I'll know the total length of my diagram from the side view. So my total length is given to me as 60 millimeter. So measure 60 millimeter. I'll indicate it with a point. And then I'll project my points upward. And also I'll also indicate the center line, which is 30 millimeter. Since the total length is given to me as 60, so the midpoint is 30 millimeter. So I'll measure 30 millimeter and then I'll indicate the point. And then I'll project my points upward with a center line. We've succeeded in representing our center line, which is from here to here is 30, and from here to here is what? 30, giving us the total length, which is 60 millimeter. So looking at it from our left, from our side view, you can see this bigger cycle here, which diameter is 60. The total diameter is 60, so have the radius of divide by 2, the radius will become 30. So you use 30 millimeter from your center line, you get to the point, place using that same point, you draw your circle, indicating that you saw this portion. And then the next thing you see, we can see from here, say a true hole, 20 diameter. So you measure 10 millimeter as radius, place it at midpoint of the circle, and then you draw second circle. Now also while looking at it from here, you can see this circle here, 20 millimeter is for this, and you can see this circle here, which is 30 millimeter, diameter of 30 millimeter. So you divide by 2, which gives you 15. Then you place at the midpoint using radius 15 millimeter. Then construct your circle. Then the next thing, you know that from the base of a diagram to the center of our small circle is given to us as radius 20 millimeter. So you measure 20 millimeter, and then after taking your 20 millimeter with your compass, place it at the base. From our center line, indicate the point, and then from our point, you draw a center line. You indicate a center line, and then using the point of its intersection, you bring your 20 millimeter, radius 20 millimeter, and then you draw a semicircle. Yours 20 millimeter, you draw. Make sure you get it properly. At the point of the intersection, then you draw a semicircle. Now also, you can see there's a small circle here of diameter 15 millimeter. So you take 7.5 as radius. After taking your 7.5 as radius, you place it at the point of the intersection, and then you draw a complete circle. Then, still on our side view, looking at it from our side view here, you can find out that from the midpoint of our center line to the top of our diagram here is given to us as 60 millimeter. So we'll measure 60 millimeter with our rule from the midpoint, from this point. 60 millimeter, we indicate it with a point, and then we'll draw an outline touching the two horizontal sides of our image from our side view. You can see, then, which is this. Now from our side view, you can see that we have 20 millimeter downward, so we'll measure 20 millimeter, measure 20 millimeter, then we indicate the point, and then we'll project the point to my left, the construction line over there. And then from our side view, you can see we have a radius of 10 millimeter. So open our compass to 10 millimeter, and then we represent this curve here using the principle of tangency. Can do well to subscribe to my channel so I can see that. So from the side of our image, we bisect the line, give a point, then we'll project downward a little. Now still using 10 millimeter as radius, place it this way, and then use this point, strike an arc, use the second point, strike another arc, and then use the point of the intersection, then you create your arc. Then you create your arc. So you do same to your left hand side, and then scribe an arc, indicate the point a little, project that point downward to construction line. Now using same radius of 10 millimeter, create a point on the projected line, and then you bisect those points. Now using the point of the intersection, then you draw your arc. Then you join the side of your semicircle with the constructed arc you just did with an outline. Then you join also with an outline, giving you this. Then also you can outline the side of a diagram. You also outline. Now you can see, if you are looking at it from this point, you see this hole, this, you see this shape, this is this. You can see this part, this portion, which is this. You can see this, which is this. You can see this smaller hole, which is this, and then the larger one of the 30 millimeter. Now the next thing is you can see this, which is 10 millimeter. So you measure 5 millimeter to my left, 5 millimeter to my right, 5 millimeter to my left, 5 millimeter to my right. Then you project upward with an outline. Then don't forget to dull all construction lines so that you can differentiate it very well with dull all your construction lines. And then we're done with our side view. We're done with our side view. And then we'll move to our front view. So what we need to do, from the base of our side view, the total height is still the same. So we'll project to my left. And then from our diagram, we can see that the total length of our side view, this is 35 plus 40, which is 75 millimeter. So we'll measure 75 millimeter, indicate the point, and then we'll project upward. So now, from our diagram, while looking at it from a front view, we can see this. So from our side view, which is this, the top, we'll just project to my left, and then which is giving us this line, which is giving us this from our front view. But we know that it is given to us as 70 millimeters, so we'll measure 70 millimeter and then we indicate it with a point. And then we'll project it downward just a little with a construction line. And then we know the height of this, which is given to us as 20 from our side view. So project from our side view to my left. Then you can see this portion here, which is given to us as this. So outline. So we've done outlining. You can see this portion here. And also you can see this while looking at it from the front. You can see 20 millimeter here. So we'll measure 20 millimeter from our base line. Indicate with the point. Then we'll project it with an outline to touch the base of this shaded point. So project upward the construction line. Also, while looking at it from here, you can see this will become a straight line. So also outline this portion, and then we'll also outline this. This is this. Come straight while looking at it from your front view. Now, while looking at it from our front view, you can see this hole will be passing through, so it becomes a hidden detail. So from our side view here, we'll project our center line to the left, and then we also project the side of our circle, very light construction line. So once it hits the front view image, you indicate it with a broken line, indicating that there's a passage there. Do same to the top of the circle. Once it reach our front view image, you indicate it with a broken line. Now, this indicates that there's a hole passing through while looking at it from your front view. So the next thing, we see that from this point here, from the top of our diagram here to a portion here, is given to us as 35 millimeters. So we'll measure 35 millimeter, indicate to the point, and then we'll project it with a construction line upward. And then you see from here, the first point of our image of a cylindrical point here is given to us as 40 millimeter. So automatically this will be 40 millimeter. You can see 40 millimeter. So we'll outline the portion of the top of that. Is 40 millimeter, so outline. Now you can see that we have a total diameter of 60 millimeters. So what you need to do, this is looking at from the side view. Now this is our side view, which is 60 millimeter. Now if you're looking at it from here, it becomes what? Here is 40 millimeter, but this still remains the same. The height of this shape here still remains the same as 60 millimeter while looking at it from the front view. So from here to here is 60 millimeter. So you just project from your side view, and then you outline. Okay, you leave this a little bit. So now you say from here to here is 25 millimeter. So we'll measure 25 millimeter, and then we indicate it to the point, and then we'll project that point downward because it came down here. Here is 10 millimeters, so you project it downward, project it down. So you should measure 10 millimeter, which is this, also is 10 millimeters. So project up. Once it touches cylindrical shape up, you stop. See, it touches where it touches this our construction line here, cylindrical point, to stop. Because while you're looking at it from here, you can't see any stuff here. This is just 25 millimeter. So now you can now outline this portion, and then you outline this. Also, you are free to outline this, and then you outline this also. Now from our diagram, from this point here, from our front view, you can see what the roots. It's a true hole of 20 millimeter, bored to 6 bored to 30 diameter by 6 deep. So measure 6 millimeter deep. That's what they represented here. So measure 6 millimeter, then we indicate with a point, then we project upward to construction line, and then the 30 diameter, which is the outer one, project and then we indicate it with a center line, with a broken line, indicating that there's a passage of 30 diameter, but it is 6 deep. It's 6 millimeter deep. So indicate it with what? A broken line. Also, we indicate this also with a broken line. And then they say 20 through hole of 20 diameter, which is 20 diameter from our side view. We project, it's a through hole, so project the construction line. Once it touches this way, indicate with the broken line, indicating that 20 diameter passes through construction line. Once it's touched, indicate it with a broken line. Now showing that there's a passage of this diameter 20, a hole passing through this from our side view, which is 20 diameter, and then this here indicate that there's 30 diameter here, that is this, and then the last one, which is 60 diameter, which is this, is showing that it is 30 diameter radius, 30 diameter of this circle is 6 deep, which is this 6 millimeter deep. Then the next thing we do, we dull our construction lines. After dulling all our construction lines, we'll check what X to do. Now if you are looking at it from here, you can see this is touching this over here. So you just join this portion, the tip of this cylindrical circle here, to the while looking at that here, you can just see this to this, so you just join with a straight line, call it tangential line if you want to join to a straight line. So get having this, so you can see this while looking at it from a front view. This is automatically this is this other portion here, which is this, and then you can see this portion here. These are the hidden details. Now you can see a little portion of this side here, which is also this. Now we'll move to our plan. So use our 45-degree set square, or produce an angle of 45 degree, and then from our side view we'll project upward once it hits our 45 degree. We'll project to the left. We also project from our front view. Now if you check the plan from the top, you can see this shape here. So now what we need to do, from our center line, we project our center line also. Project our center line. Once it's at 45 degree, we'll project it to the left, indicating it with the center line. This way, all in construction lines. So now, while looking at it from the top, you can see this. So project upward. It's already 60 diameter. This also is 60. So you project upward, and then we'll indicate it with an outline here. Also, this is this portion while looking at it from the plan. While looking at it from the plan, this portion here will be a straight line. From our front view, you can see that. So you outline this portion, and then you can see this side also. So you outline this, and then you also outline straight. So you outline this portion also. Now erase this path. Now you can see. So now the next thing you see this portion here, which is 10 mm. You can choose to project, or you measure your 10 mm, 5 mm upward, 5 mm down. Then you project with an outline. Project with an outline. Then project this also with an outline to touch the tip of your cycle here, which is this. So the next thing you will do is that you indicate all hidden details. Indicate all hidden details. And if you're looking at it from here, this is already 16 mm diameter, so it will be blocking part of this, half of this, so only some portion of this you can see. So the next thing, will project this upward, project it upward, so you represent it with a broken line once it hits the plan, indicating that there's a passage, there's something passing through there, there's a space passing through from the plan. You can see this portion, there's a space passing through. And also you can also, from this, you can see while looking at it, this is the cycle, this is this cycle here. So you can see the 20 from this is the 20 through hole. So you project your 20 mm upward, project 20 mm upward. Once it hit at 45°, you project to the left. Then once it touches the plan, indicate with the broken line. Also you do same here. Then you indicate the broken line, showing that it's passing through. Then from the 30 mm, you project this upward to construction line. This is the 6 mm deep. So from our side view, we'll project a 30 diameter, the circle of the 30 diameter up, project this upward. So where it hits from a 45°, we project. It's not a true line, so you only 6 mm deep, which is this. Also you do similar stuff here, project, and then you indicate this with a broken line. Also then similar stuff you do here, indicating that the 30 diameter only went 6 mm deep, while the 20 diameter went all through the hole. Now the next thing you do, you check if you are done. So from our front view here, you project construction line straight to pass through the plan. You indicate it with a broken line, showing that there's something passing through. showing that 20 showing that this distance of 20 diameter is passing through the hidden line, so you indicate it with the hidden line. Then the next thing is that there's a cycle here of 20 of 15 diameter, so you measure 12 7.5 as radius, so place it at the center line, indicate it with a point, also with a point, and then you indicate that point with what? A broken line, indicating that there is a hole. This is a cycle, it's a hole passing through, showing that there's a hole passing through. And also from 10 here, you can see 10 here, which is this, project it upward to construction line here. Now also you can see this line here, so which is this, so you indicate it the broken line, showing that it touches, it also passes through, and there's an image passing there. And then don't forget to do this also, and then do this also. Now you can see, let me outline this portion that's a little bit erased. Now from our plan, if you look at this over here, is this, you can see portion of, you can see part of it, and then part of it is being hidden by this cylindrical shape here. And then also you can see this, which is this hole passing through. You can see this, which is this. You can see this outline here, which is this, and then you can see all other details. And don't remember to dull all your construction lines so that your image will be clear. I don't mean you should clean it totally, but just dull your construction lines. Dull all of your construction lines so the image will be clear. And then this is our plan. This is our front view. Remember to watch the video over and over again so that you don't get confused, and take note of the image so that you know where to put your hidden lines, and then you know where your outline are. I still remain GC Engineering and Technical Drawing. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and then subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and do have a blessed day.